Hello everybody, welcome to a lovely Cartload. I hope you're having a lovely 1st of December, very exciting. I should be decorating my Christmas tree today, but I'm not. I'm here instead, but I am Christmassy-ish. Not very Christmassy, and it's quite Christmassy and festive in the studio. We just need some festive music, I reckon, and then we can all get into the swing of things. And mince pies on hand throughout the whole of December, I think. I'll have to go and get some tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the shows that we've had so far, but we've got an amazing Cartload for you. We've got some stonkingly good deals. I'm not on my own. I have the lovely Jan with me. Still, Jan, a whole day, you and me.
I know. I've been here a while this time. They're getting spoiled, these customers, because I normally drifting out quite infrequently. And I think I was here Saturday, yesterday, today. I'm back here next Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So make the most of it, guys, while I'm here. But yes, I've loved it. I've loved every minute of it. Particularly enjoyed that last show with the gnomes. It was very much up my street, that one.
It was
But
gorgeous.
we have got some fabulous deals lined up for you this evening, yes.
We do, absolutely.
So we've not finished yet, have we?
Oh, definitely not. And as it is the first day of December, we have the start of 12 days of Craftmas. Not Christmas, but Craftmas. Each day we're going to be giving you a special deal or a special free gift. If this particular one is for the Frosty and Bright foliage set. So it's a set of dies that you can put together, make that lovely Christmas tree or that beautiful wreath. This is your free gift that's available with orders over £20, $20 or €20. Now this gift is only available until stock last or until it gets to midnight tonight. Tomorrow there'll be another goodie to celebrate 12 days of Christmas. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I haven't seen. I'm looking forward to finding out what they all are. And so I hope that I hope you already got started on your Christmas Christmas crafts. It's not going to be too long before we have to sort of post everything out. And do remember to post out any questions to Jan. Don't post them out. We won't get them for weeks. Especially as over here we've got a Royal Mail strike, haven't we? Starting from tomorrow. If you've got any questions, please message in. Jan's here. She's able to answer all your questions. We had lots of questions coming through earlier today. Lots of people messaging in to say hello. Evelyn says hello from Boston. Barbara, hello everyone from Indiana. Alicia said good morning and greetings from Arkansas, working whilst listening to my favourite channel. Kathy Myers, hello from Missouri. And Kendall says hello everyone from Minnesota. So hello, I hope you're going to be enjoying the show and seeing all the fabulous deals that we've got for you. The first one we're going to start with is the buddy bag. So this one has been super busy. This collection includes some of our best sellers. So this particular one here, this is Leanne. This is a large box, a large container with a box inside it. All of the buddy bags come with thick hook and loop tape. They're very sturdy, they're waterproof. You can fill them up with all your bits and pieces, you can throw them around, nothing's going to leak or fall apart. So they're a really great idea for you to have it in all sorts of different places. Somebody messaged in earlier today and said they just ordered a whole load of them to organise all their medication. Yep. So it doesn't have to just be crafting stuff, it can be for everything. This one is your Stephanie, which is the same size as your Leanne. It's just a different kind of format in that you've got these 4 inner boxes inside rather than one whole complete box, but great for storing all sorts of different things. This is great for sort of smaller bits and pieces. You can see here we've put some of our ink pads in there. The next one we're going to do is Sue. This one here is perfect for storing things on a roll, like maybe some twine or some ribbon. You know, you've got Christmas wrapping coming up. What you can do is you can have everything on the roll like this. You can leave that hook and loop tab open and then you can just pull everything off. Here we've got some zips on a roll, but you can use this for all sorts of different items that you might have. Great one there. Next one we're going to do is Dawn. Do you know what? I almost guessed what they were called then. I think I'm getting to that way. I might actually work out who they are. This one has got 2 different strips of hook and loop tape. So if you've got some items in here that are a little bit taller, so here we've got some of those little ink pads here, but if you've got items that are taller, we just need to use that hook and loop tab a little bit higher. Just makes it a little bit more useful in different ways. But again, you know, very secure. These are going to be perfect for storing bits and pieces if you're going to be taking them to craft classes perhaps and organising all your bits and pieces. Now this one is Sarah. So I'm not even looking now. I know. And this one's Deborah. So great for your pens, your pencils. I know, Jan, you've got these ones already, haven't you?
I certainly have.
Underneath the counter.
They are. I'm just having a look what I've done. I think I put them away earlier, but I do. I keep my alcohol pens in the Sarah one. Right. I've got two different ones. I've got one for the original set of tri-blends, and then I've got the follow-up set with the extra blends in another one, so I can tell them apart. Yep. But that taller one's perfect for the tri-blends, slightly shorter one, classics, illustrators and things like that are not quite as long. So yeah, it's as if they've been designed with those in mind.
And do you just keep them on your shelf and just pull them out?
I just lay them down. They both sit on top of each other. I know which one's which without a label, but of course you can label them, but they just sit on top of each other so that my pens are horizontal. Just pull them out as I need them, bring them here as I need them, and then they go back in the shelf when I get home, right at the side of where I'm sat, because they're a go-to for me.
I like the fact that you say when you get home you immediately put your stuff away.
Oh, I didn't say that. Don't go that far.
Might be weeks before I unpack it.
I never said that, Becky. Don't put words in my mouth. I do try. I do try, but often you get home, it's like I've just got the next box ready to start with the next show for next week. So yeah, sometimes in a nice world that would be ideal, but I don't always manage it.
We wouldn't know. You could just say that you do. We'd always think you did. This next one is Edna, perfect for all of your ink pads. And this is a very tall one here. I had already seen the name, so I can't take full responsibility for knowing what that was. But obviously you can use these, whilst we're using this one horizontally, vertically rather, you can use them horizontally for storing any items that you have. This next one here is, I want to say Sue. Karen, nearly there. This one's brilliant because you can store your photographs in here. Perhaps you've got some scrapbooking projects that you're doing in here. You want to organise them within this little box. Or perhaps you're going to be doing a craft fair and you've made a whole load of cards. You could put all your different cards, your birthday cards in one, your anniversary cards in another. You can display these on your stall, and then when you're finished, these will be completely empty because you've sold everything. Or if you haven't, you just need to seal them back up and then transport them home. So you're going to be getting all of these, 8 bags altogether. So you buy 5 and you get 3 for free. The price is £35.96 or $47.95. Your platinum price is £28.77 or $38.36. Definitely worth doing. And do remember, if you do buy that today, that will allow you to pop in your free gift as well, because you need to spend over £20, $20 or €20 in order to get this free gift. Jan, what have you got for us?
Ooh, another essential here today. So these are sort of, we go along that line of consumables. So I've got the little pouch for our Gemini Junior, which comes complete with a full set of plates for anything that you might need for your Gemini Junior. So inside here, we've popped you 2 of the clear plates. Okay, so that's the sort of bread for the sandwich. I always call that the bread, slices of bread. We've also popped you a plastic shim in there, so slice of ham. We've got a magnetic shim, slice of cheese, that's our basic sandwich, and then you've got your extra plates there. You've got the metal shim and the rubber embossing mat for doing those extra little jobs. So full set there, all together, come nicely. You can store them in the bag. This was designed specifically for keeping the plates in there. It's also got a lovely little zip pocket on the front, so if you've got, you know, any instructions or anything like that, or any last minute little details that you want to pop in, you know, you've got quite a decent sized pocket there. You can see how far my hand goes in there. So yeah, we've got that just as a complete item for you tonight on the Cartload. We're looking at $33.95 or $44.95. But again, if you're in Club Inspire, we put the platinum prices on the screen for you. So £27.16, £35.96. So a nice little deal. And something, again, it's what we were talking about, that when things are on offer, buying things. I know I likened it to buying my coffee in the supermarket when it's on offer. Something like this, if you've got a Junior, or even what I call the OG, the original Junior, the original Gemini, of course, these fit in that Gemini sideways. So this is my preferred option at home. I have my big Gemini out in my craft room. I have a set of the large plates at the side of it. I also have a set of the Junior plates, because if it's something smaller, they will go through here sideways, and it saves the big plates to use for those larger dies and those bigger projects that you're working on. So win-win every time.
Fantastic. Lots of messages coming in. Kay says, hi Jan, Becky and everyone. I'm watching from my craft room in California. Mary says, good morning from Los Angeles. Both of you and Jan are so pleasant to learn from. I don't think I impart any information unless it's useless information, but Jan, definitely.
It was all those known puns earlier.
Coletta says hello, all from Kansas. Kirsty says, good evening, all from Teesside. I finally finished my soap making and the last batch smells lovely. It's bubblegum scent, good enough to eat. Oh, I'm really interested in that. I'd quite like to do a bit of soap making. That is going to be my next craft that I start doing after I've done all the other crafts that I've bought stuff for and not opened the boxes. Don't do that. Now, the next thing we've got is this tote bag. Now, if you saw on the earlier show, Jan showed us her tote bag and how much stuff you can fit into it. And actually, it's like a TARDIS.
Do you want to have another little look?
Oh, yeah, I think we should.
Shall we have another little look?
Seeing that completely full is quite amazing how much stuff
into perspective, doesn't it?
Let me just lots of pockets in here, aren't there?
Let me just bring it up from downstairs. Oh, okay, I've packed it back up again, ready to go home as well. So yeah, you know, loads. As I say, mine's a bit well loved. Yours will come without all these bits missing around the edges, where mine's been popped in the boot and dragged out again and brought round here. And yeah, so you'll get a really nice new one. I've been using this quite a while and it's still intact. You've got the handles on there. It's got that lovely. I like this bit as well, which you've got a little hook and loop fastener on here, which means that you can actually fasten your handles together for when you're actually taking it, you know that it's nice and secure, nice and sturdy, double stitch straps on it again, so it doesn't matter how much is in here. Honestly, if I show you the amount of stuff that I pack in here, and this goes everywhere. So every time I make that journey up here, I just grab the back. I've got a separate set of kit that I keep when I'm working at home, but I've got all my essential tools in here. So I've got, you know, my tweezers, my scoring tools, my bone folders, everything in there. Scissors in this compartment. They always go back in the same compartment. Scissors. I've got my little glue bottle in there, my red line tape. I've got a selection of sort of water spritzers and things like that in the back. I've got different writing implements in this one, including my sparkle pen, goes everywhere with me, my craft knives and my hole punch in that one. I've got a selection of water brushes and mixed media tools in this one. And then if I show you inside, I'm going to just tip it gently because I don't want everything to fall out. But if you have a look how much is crammed in here, honestly, it is full to the brim. So inside I've got bottles of glue, I've got my tape pens, I've got my low-tack tape, I've got reels of tape, and then, you know, there's two little pockets in the edges as well here. So I keep my personal stuff. I've got my hand cream and my lippy and everything in this side. I've got foam pads. And honestly, I could go on and on and on. It is well worth the money and very, very sturdy. As I say, I've been using this. I've been doing this element of the job for 4 years now at the end of this year. And I think I've been using this for the whole 4 years, which is why it's a little bit well loved.
Well, not really for 4 years.
Intact.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this was actually from one of our lovely customers that worked at the store. Just a little bit of personal decoration. It doesn't come with this on, but one of our customers that I used to see regularly at the store brought those in as a gift.
Lovely. Although, I mean, if that's not a singing endorsement, I don't know what is. But you know, you can see how many bits and pieces you can fit in here. But this also comes with some items. So you've got your bone folders in there. You've got some of your glue applicators. You've got scissors. You've got some all-purpose glue. I feel like Mary Poppins. You've got some blades here for your craft knife. You have a crimper. And you also have pokey tools as well in here. £32, $44. Platinum price is £25.60 or $35.20. Again, you'll get your free gift in there as well. But I mean, I was surprised about how much you can fit in there. I don't have one of these, but now I'm thinking I might have to get one. I'm gonna suggest that. I'm just to say, tell Brent I need one of these. I'll message him later on tonight. So what have you got over there now? I'm just sorting out a few samples to show you as well. So I've got these lovely, I say Christmas layering stamps. I think we're probably going to put winter layering stamps because some of them are not just specific to Christmas. I mean, the first one, yes, I agree. You know, you've got that beautiful Christmas nativity there. The idea behind these, as you can see here, are that there are certain layers that you can build up. So I would recommend our quick dry inks for these. And you can see just by the design here that we've got the lighter shades in the background. Then as you come forward, things that are closer to you are more, you know,
sort of pronounced. And then you've got all the little embellishments. You've got stars in the sky, you've got the main star of Bethlehem there. Each one comes with a little sentiment as well. And I was just actually looking for some designs to show you, just to give you an idea, you know, of an actual card made. So again, you know, we've just added a silent night on that one instead of the sentiment that comes with it, but really, really pretty to use. Next one in there is the stags. So we've actually got, where's he gone? The woodland stags on this one. Again, not Christmassy at all. You know, yes, it's got a little sentiment that says let it snow, but you can swap your sentiments out as easy as anything. I like this one for men's cards. I just think the stags are a nice sort of emblem to use on the guys' cards. And again, where did I put my samples?
And
Here
what
we
inks
go.
would you use with these?
I said just the quick dry inks, because you're layering. Those are, again, I always talk about things being fit for purpose, and right cardstock, so possibly either your multi-purpose card or your Nina cardstock. This is where the stamping platform would come in perfect, because you're layering up and lining things up. But the quick dry means that you don't have to wait for the first layer to dry before you go over it with the second one. You're absolutely safe in the knowledge. You've seen us do the demo where we stamped it and rubbed it with our hand and nothing smudges, so they're perfect for this kind of technique. So yeah, we've got those beautiful stags, again done in a different colourway. They look totally different, so it depends all on the colours and, you know, the layout that you're doing with them. And then I have got the over the rooftops. So again, traditional Christmas one with that Santa and his sleigh. And again, just showing you what they look like layered up. You can see we've got that yellow layer at the back, overlaid the orange layer, the black at the front. It really gives perspective, I think, as to where that scene's going with it. So just some ideas there. And then I've got Christmas Village, which is that one for you. And again, we've got that lovely, that tree's been embossed in the middle of this one. You can position the tree's sort of like a layer in its own right here. So you can position that wherever you want it to go. And then the last one in that set, Enjoy the Season. And again, not particularly Christmassy. You've got the little snowman guy there behind the fence. Again, build it how you wish to build the scene. You've got the little church in the background. I just think they're a really nice one. These appeal to me again. I like things that, I love stamping, as you know, and the fact that you can create those scenes in whatever colour frame, whatever, you know, put them, it doesn't have to be on a small card. You saw that really big one that had incorporated one of the scenes there. So, you know, all sorts of different sizes. So you've got the whole pack there, 42 elements in total. And this is on one of our £20 deals, Becky.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So all that in that bundle, all together, you don't have to choose. Every bit of it on a 70% saving, so £20 or $20, comes to even less than that if you're a member of Club Inspire and you're all platinum level, and you also get 20 bonus points. Now, Leanne and I were talking about this last night, and she said that she prefers the bonus points to a discount, because she says the bonus points get you towards your next level, which get you an even bigger discount. So yeah, it depends. And I always think, I know from working in the store, this time of year is the best time to sort of, if you're very close to the end of your, for example, say that you're on silver as a level in Club Inspire, and you only need 100 points to get you into gold. See if you can get those 100 points in before Christmas, because at the end of the year, they cut it off and your points start calculating again at the beginning of next year. But what they actually do is honour whatever level. So if you finish the year on gold, you will get gold discount all the way through next year. Right. If you finish the year on platinum, you will get gold platinum all the way through next year. If you don't accrue enough points during the following year to remain at that level, you'll just come back down one level. You don't go back down to the bottom and start again. So it's a really, really good system. It's free to join. I just don't understand, if people are not a member, why not? There aren't many things you can join up for free these days, but that's just quickly how it works. But the 20 bonus points on there is going to go, as I say, it might just make the difference in you finishing the year on silver, gold, platinum, wherever you're at. So just bear that in mind. We've got a lot of these on tonight at £20, haven't we? Yeah,
loads. Yep. And with £20 and with those 20 bonus points, yeah, it does make a difference. You may also be interested in getting some of our glitter card. This glitter card is really, really beautiful. I'm going to open a couple of sheets so you can actually see what it looks like in the light, because obviously they're in a bit of cellophane. This is the black, which I always think is difficult to see, but you have got some beautiful glitter on here. Now, this is an encapsulated card, so when I do this, you're not going to find there's bits of glitter all over the table. They're not going to be the kind of cards you want to send them to someone you don't like, you know, ones that are covered in glitter. So when they open them up, there's glitter all over them.
I hate it when you take something out and you just get covered in it.
I find it hilarious.
The dog gets covered in it, you know, everything.
I deliberately send them to people I don't like, just so they can wake up and there's glitter all over their toast in the morning. I'm nasty like that. So the first one we've got in this selection, so we've got actually 70 sheets of card in here. So you've got your black, you have got your ivory, which is a really beautiful sort of pale gold colour.
It's like a champagne colour. That's one of my favourite colours, that one. I use that one a lot, yeah.
And it wouldn't be what I would assume ivory was, so I would have thought it would be different.
As I say, these are all designed to complement the colours in the Centura Pearl. So the ivory, as opposed to the white with the hints of, we do an ivory Centura Pearl, looks absolutely stunning against that. So you might want to matte and layer with it. You might be doing something where you can cut part in glitter card, part in Centura Pearl. So all of the colours in the glitter card are designed to complement the respective colour in the Centura Pearl range. Yeah, they look stunning.
They do look good. This one is the copper. Then you've got royal blue, very vivid blue here. Rose gold, bang on trend that colour. Xmas green, or Christmas green. Doesn't seem right saying Xmas. And then finally, corporate colour, lilac. A crazy price, £19 or $28. You won't even be able to get your free gift. You know, just by buying that, but I have to buy something else. A platinum price is £15.20 or $22.40. That's 70 sheets altogether of that glitter card, which I think is amazing, isn't it?
It is, it's beautiful. It's one of those things that just adds a touch of luxury to your makes, doesn't it? Whether it be a card, scrapbook project, whether it's a gift, you know, element or a home decor element, it just adds that little bit of luxury. And like Becky says, the fact that it doesn't shed, I think just means everything. I hate it when they're covered in bits of glitter. It's worse when you get it on your face and you can see it through your eye like this, and yet you don't know where it is. You can just see it twinkling away underneath your eye. Honestly. And I'm talking from experience.
I went to the corner shop after being using some glitter, and he went, "You going to a party?" And I was like, "No." And it's just where I have stuff on my hands and I go like this, and I'd gone like that, and I had these stripes of glitter across my face. I thought I looked quite good, but yeah.
No,
I was going to some sort of 60s or 70s party.
Right, so coming up next then, again, another little bundle for you that sort of allows you to personalise this time. So I've just laid them out there so that you can see them nicely. We've got an alphabet set, which we've got the uppercase and the lowercase, and these actually come with like a matte layer underneath them. So you'll get one of the dies cuts out a solid piece, and then the second die cuts out the letter so that you can layer them on top of each other, which looks really nice. Use them independently if you wish. So you've got the whole alphabet in uppercase, whole alphabet in lowercase. Then we've added the numbers into the fold. So again, if you want to personalise something that's not an everyday birthday card, for example, you can make up whatever, you know, you want to do with the numbers. And then we've also, in conjunction with the numbers, we've included those number suffixes there, the ordinal. So you've got the for 18th, you've got the RD for third, etc. So you've got RD, TH, ND and ST. So that covers all the different combinations. And again, they've all got that little, I call them clouds, but the little map behind them, and then the element. And these will all fit through your mini. So again, you know what, we tend to, if I'm cutting these, I tend to cut strips of card that go in the mini and then just fill them with all the letters, and then just keep them either in the back of the packets or in a little box so that they're good to go. If you cut them in white card, you can colour them with your pens to match any project, or you've got all those. I mean, just cutting that glitter card would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? So we've got £17 or $25 on these tonight. Again, that club price at the bottom there, if you're platinum, £13.60 or £20. So a nice little bargain for you. And as I say, something that you'll probably find yourself dipping into many, many times. So 110 dies in total there for you.
Lovely. Lots of people messaging in. Patty says, good morning from California. Eve says, hello from Kansas City. I'm hiding and watching during lunch. Oh, who are you hiding from? This is what we need to know. Debbie says, I've got the tote bag and I take it to Craftwares with my mini and personalised greeting cards. Yep. That's a good idea.
Fantastic.
Marion says, hi Becky, lovely to see you. Thank you very much for watching. Eve said, finally got the last of my birthday orders. The last of the macro flory Macro floral embossing folders. Can't wait to try them out tonight. Marion says, I take my travel iron in my tote with all my tools like ball tools, foam, scissors, and 4 big ones, bow maker, brush and foam for clean dyes, and my heat tool. And Deborah says, since I'll be retiring at the end of the month, I'm going to be working very hard to get my craft room together. I have so much unused crafts, so money forgotten until I see them here on Crafters TV. I'd like to know what craft you've got waiting at home that you haven't touched yet, or what craft you would like to do. Is there a craft that you think, I've always wanted to learn? Someone's been doing soap making. That's something I'd like to do. Let us know, what craft have you not done yet and you're tempted to do? A pottery wheel, Charlotte. Where do you put a pottery wheel? They're massive. Are they not? I sort of think of, you know, Ghost and Demi Moore.
I think everybody does, don't they? That scene's iconic, isn't it? Yeah.
There's a programme in the UK called the Great Pottery Throwdown, which I quite like to watch. Charlotte, we're going to see you on that soon?
There you
exciting.
go. Hidden skills.
Yep, absolutely. Let us know what craft you're waiting to do. Now, we do have another collection. This is one of the items we're doing for £20. £20 with the 20 bonus points as well. So this is the gnome scene that you would have seen earlier on today. You've got the embossing folder and you've got your stencils in here. But you've also got all of these. You've got this beautiful die from the Be Beautiful collection.
Nature's Garden, yeah.
Then we've got the fabulous frame. This is from the Sunflowers collection, which was super, super popular. We've then got the Garden Gateway, which was from Secret Garden.
I believe so, yep.
Getting quite good at this now.
So
And then
I think that one's is that a cut and emboss folder? I think that one, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah.
It embosses and then cuts the little gates that open. So again, nice to have a little
really
message
clever.
behind there, yeah.
And then finally from the Hummingbird, I really like this one.
one.
This is your tropical tags. I think there's so much to be done with this
I
particular
love the shape of the flower in that one. It really, and I like that. Is it like an eggplant leaf?
Yeah, Monstera.
Is it? I guess I'm not up on, I don't know the correct name for it, but a little bit different, but very tropical looking.
They are, and such a good deal. Just £20, $20. Platinum price is £16 or $16 with those extra 20 bonus points. And as Jan was saying, you know, if you want to try and get yourself up to the next level, definitely worth popping some of these £20 deals into your bag today. Definitely.
So am I right in thinking there? Then I'm just thinking this through in my own head. So for example, if you bought that collection tonight and you were platinum, you're going to get £16 for that deal. So you would get your 16 points from that purchase, and then you get an extra 20 points. That's right, isn't it? So you'd get 36 points at platinum level. So it's not just the 20 points, that's in addition to what you would normally get. So again, I'm still talking about that, getting to that next level ready for the end of the year. So yes, it's worth thinking about.
Quite quickly, actually. We'll get a couple
it's
of things,
amazing how it soon builds, it really does. And I know that from working at the store, and I know that from mine and Debbie Robinson. You know, we both used to work at the Chesterfield store, honestly. We started, and I think within 3 months we were both platinum members, because it's just all hung there in front of us every day. It was like being a child in a sweet shop, honestly. And then the manager got to know how well we crafted, our lovely Sarah that manages the Chesterfield store, and she's like, have you seen these, Jan? Oh, these are just up your street, Jan. And I was shocking. Put me one aside, put me one aside. And honestly, I said that crafters were on a great deal because they paid me a paycheck every month. It went straight back into the store buying the products.
Oh, that's a good sign though, isn't it?
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. Honestly, we were just like, ooh, look what's coming in. So we've now got those gorgeous shape dies. And these, again, a lovely fun little collection here. So we've got Classy and Fabulous up first, and this gives you the metalwork to make the little handbag. And by popping it on your card with the fold still in the card, you can make a shaped card. So I'm just going to bring you this one in here just to show you that little, I just think they're really neat. And ones like this I think are great for just popping a little gift card inside there just as a thank you, rather than just putting it in a plain envelope. It would be lovely. Decorated to match a theme or a person's particular tastes and things like that. But you get all the bits to embellish. So you get all the little buckles, the strap, you know, the decorative pieces, the fancy corners. Make it look however you wish. You also get a lot of sentiments that go with it as well. We've just stamped those out at the bottom there. But, you know, if this is not your thing, there's nothing to stop you actually putting them flat on the front of a card project or on a scrapbook project, you know, so they don't have to be made as a shaped design. That's the concept, but you know, I like to look at different ways of using things. So that's the first one. We've then got, oh my goodness, who doesn't love a beautiful little shoe there? So if the shoe fits, again, I'm just going to bring this one against me here. You've got the means to make that gorgeous little shoe there. And again, they all stand individually as an item. Again, it could be decorated to match, you know, a theme or anything like that. Just how about doing the little glass slipper in that? Again, little sentiment on there. But like I said before, you know, there's nothing to stop you popping them up. So that one's been paired up with the handbag there. I love that little folder that's made it look as if it's quilted on the bottom there. So again, a lot of fun to play with. And then we've got my favourite one, the busy camping. So this is, you know, when you look at the size of the die here, it's a good size. And you're going to be able to make that lovely little camper van. You've got all the got all the windows, you've got the curtains to put in there, lots and lots of bits of pieces in there. And again, that makes a little standalone item that you can just go to town with the decoration on. And again, you know, pop something inside there, a little gift card, you can write a message in there. But just like the rest of them, you know, if you want to pop them on a card, again, you know, they work brilliantly. So we've got the ice cream van coming along there. Bit chilly up here for ice cream today. But all three of those sets, we don't ask you to choose. There are 54 dies in there and 29 stamps. And you're looking at £39.96 or £50.80. Again, that platinum price down there at the bottom, so £31.97 or £40.64. Lovely little set. What's the saving on that one? What we're looking at, my eyes are getting terrible. I'm squinting away at the screen here. Over 50% saving there, 55% our producer Johnny says. He's the man on the numbers in the gallery there. So yeah, a lot of metal work, several stamps that you could use independently. If you know, they don't have to be used with this particular set. And I just think, again, lots and lots of fun to make with that one.
Absolutely. People have been messaging in telling us the crafts that they want to do.
Oh,
so,
lovely.
Kirsty said, I'd like to do pyrography, and I've been keep saying I'm going to learn to do macrame. I've not done either of those, but I'd quite like to do those. Zoe says, Jan, pretty please, could you cut out a few alphabet dies so we can see what they look like?
Yes,
if we can do that in a little while.
I don't see why not.
And Sherry was asking about the size of the letters and the numbers in the bundle.
Yes, we will.
Check that
I'll
as
come
well.
back to that and we'll do that. I'll just grab a couple of bits and pieces.
Zoe said she'd like to try bath bomb and soap making. Zoe, you need to speak to Kirsty D and get in touch because that's what Kirsty's just been doing. And Dita said, good thing the store is in the UK. I'd be broke if it was here in the USA. I'm the same. I come to these shows and then I think in the break I get my phone out and I order stuff and Tracy tells me off. She's like, you don't need any more stuff. But I do, because I like it, don't we all? We do have a special deal on the Spectrum Noir. We've got this collection here. So again, this is another one of these £20 and 20 bonus points. First of all, you're going to be getting the Damson Jam ink pad here. Then you're going to be getting the art liner set here, which are great. You can see on the back all those different types of pens that you're going to be getting in that particular pack. So you're going to be getting brush pens as well as all those tiny kind of fine liners. Then you're going to be getting some classiques, all in those beautiful purple colours. And then finally, you'll be getting a set of the glitter pens. And we were talking about those earlier and how beautiful they actually are. Ridiculous price, yet again, £20, $20. Platinum price is £16, $16. But you're going to get those 20 bonus points as well. So definitely another one to pop into your basket. I think everybody's going to be multi-platinum by the end of the show, aren't they? I love those. They're some of my favourites.
I know. Absolutely gorgeous. As I say, that we call them edgeables because of the way that the die cuts. And what that means is with an edgeable, if you're not familiar with the term, we normally have one edge that cuts out all the details. So you can see around the top here, this is all die cut. The lower edge doesn't have a cutting edge, it just cuts into the cardstock. So where you can see the black section here, we've literally just cut this out of a piece of card, and over the white background you can see the lettering, the white lettering through here. So this would actually be, if your card base was red, you'd see red lettering through here, etc. We've also cut it to just show that how you can incorporate it onto the front of a card. And you can see perfectly there how this bit stays in the card. So although they're an edgeable, I think they overlap very much with the creator card range because these are big enough to actually create the front of your card and that be the focal point. And each particular phrase has got its own little embellishment. So this one, obviously, happy birthday. You've got the cake here and the party hat. All right, so absolutely beautiful. Happy birthday, I think, is probably the one we make most for throughout the year.
Yeah.
And then we've got just for you. So again, you've got those little butterflies coming in there. So again, top bit cuts out, bottom bit cuts into the card. And again, just looking at the bottom there, just to give you an idea if you wanted to use it as a card front. We've then got with all my love, so really nice sentiments, you know, they're not sort of very abstract ones, and that one's got the lovely little roses attached to it. We have congrats, you did it. And I just love that. It's like, what did you actually do? It could be numerous occasions. Congrats, you came out of your room today, if it's your teenage son or daughter. Congrats, you managed your day without the internet.
Or for a toddler, congrats, you ate all some vegetables.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Congrats, you ate your sprouts at Christmas. Now, I don't have an issue with that, but yeah, that's a whole different story. So yeah, so useful. And I like sort of occasions where you can send cards that are not particular. It's not a happy birthday. It's not a special anniversary. Just because you can send it to cheer somebody up. But yeah, congrats, you passed your driving test. Congrats, you graduated today. There are so many different occasions that you could use that one. And then we have on your special day, again, we tend to think of weddings and anniversaries and things like that, but it might be a christening. You know, on your special day, it could be sort of the day that you moved home or something, like all sorts of things. And lastly, a special friend. So we've all got that special friend that we could use that one for. So the whole of them, we're not asking you to choose which ones you like. We're putting the whole of those 6 sets in there, and we're looking at £25.98, $29.90. That is amazing. When you look how big the pieces of metal are here, it's the metal that costs the money. So we do try and keep it, you know, sort of within there's no extra bits on there that you don't need. But that is a fabulous offer. £20.70, 78 is it there? As I say, I'm going to have to bring my glasses in. £23.92. Thank you, Johnny, if you're in the platinum.
That's amazing, amazing deal. I think the congrats, you did it would be good for when you started you finished all your projects that you've got hanging around.
Yeah.
Although
Honestly,
that might be a card we never make because none of us are ever going to finish all of our projects. Yeah. We're going to give you the opportunity for you to check out. While we're having a bit of a break, we're going to get the bits and pieces together and we'll run those alphabet dies through the machine so you can see exactly what they look like. But use this opportunity to check out your baskets, grab a cup of tea, and we'll see you in just a moment.
Hello, I'm Ben and I'm one of the presenters on Crafters TV. So my presenting journey started when I was about 18. I started working at a holiday park here in the UK. Our US viewers might not know it, but there's like a holiday park called Butlins. So what's involved with being a presenter? Well, my day-to-day kind of is ensuring I know everything that's on the show. Ensuring that the guys that I'm working with obviously are happy with everything that's on the show. And I kind of feel like what I do, I'm sort of like the glue in the show, if you like. There's a bit of a crafty reference for you. So kind of listening to the guys in the gallery, the producer, the director, I'm sort of always listening to what they want me to do whilst the crafters are crafting. So I feel like I'm there as the glue, keeping sort of everything, as it should be. But I also think my job is to have a lot of fun, which I think I do on most days. Get the viewers interacting, because we always love to hear from our viewers, and I think that's one thing that we do here that you don't get anywhere else, is that interaction, having people like commenting, asking a question, and then straight away we're able to react, we're able to answer that question, we're able to read out that comment, we're able to join them in singing their rendition of Foam on a Roll. Yes. I help to run the show, I help to inspire, to educate, to entertain, and just sort of generally be a good all-round bloke. So who inspires me? My dad is a big inspiration for me. He's one of my best friends, and I probably speak to him twice a week, but he's always sort of instilled a good work ethic in me. His big catchphrase is work hard and play hard, and that's something that I live by. Is you know, to put all your effort in when you're at work and, you know, make sure you're doing a good job, but then when you're outside of work, make sure you have time to kind of have fun, spend with your friends, spend with your family. So I always remember that. Apart from Crafters TV, what else am I passionate about? Well, obviously I'm passionate about my family. I love to spend time with my family, with my wife, my 2 children, and my 3 pets now, because we just got another dog recently, a puppy. Which is killing me. I've got no sleep. Also passionate about sport. I think a lot of our viewers know I'm a big rugby fan. Running I like to do, but again, the old knees are beginning to hurt just a bit. I'm getting old. Oh, so many amazing experiences connecting with our viewers. Always get sent cards, which is lovely on sort of special occasions, and birthday cards every year. I always get cards sent through, which is so nice to come in and have, you know, some cards, and you can send presents as well if you like. I've never had a present yet, so if anyone wants to send presents, you can. Do you know what? I haven't had many presenter fails, particularly here. Actually, here, presenter fails, knocking over pack shots. I'm very bad at doing that. If you stack a pack shot too high, chances are I'm going to get exuberant with my arms and knock it over. My biggest moment of pride or biggest achievement, I've got a few. I mean, these are big for me. You'll probably laugh. I ran the London Marathon. I was a Guinness World Record holder. I've got the certificate for that up on the wall alongside my marathon photo and alongside my foam and roll caricature. My Guinness World Record was for naming the most amount of Beatles songs from their opening lyrics in 1 minute. I've had things named after me over the years. I had an alpaca named after me. If you are ever in Aylesbury, do make sure that you go and drive around the roundabout, which is near the Waterside Theatre there, because you'll find that that particular roundabout is named after me. Oh yes, I have a roundabout named after me, big time.
Hello, welcome back. I want to go and see Ben's roundabout. Can we have a trip and a photograph, a company trip to Ben's roundabout? I think. I didn't manage to hear where it was.
How do you get to a position where you have a roundabout named after you? That's what I want to know. How did that come about?
I'm very impressed, more impressed than that as I was the Guinness Book of Records thing, actually, to be honest. We've got some, we had a few messages about the alphabets. So Jan's going to put some through the Gemini so you can see what they look cut out. And we're also going to give you the measurements as well.
Yep, I am. And that's the beauty. That's what I love about Crafters TV. You know, quite often if you're watching anything else, you email in and you're lucky if you hear back from somebody, you know, within a week or whatever. I love the fact that you can interact with us. You can ask us to do things. We can actually accommodate it and show you right here and now. So I've got my little mini at the ready. I'm going to pop that one off there. So first of all, just to give you some measurements, the uppercase, as I said, what I meant by being 2 elements to it, let's just have a little look. We've got what I call the little clouds, the matte layers, and then you've got the letters themselves. So we're going to cut these out, and that little matte layer is just the right shape to layer the letter on top of it. So with the matte itself, the majority of the letters are around about 1 inch tall. Width of them is going to change because obviously things like the I is much more slender than, for example, the letter M or something like that. But height-wise, the letters themselves on their own are about 5/8 of an inch. So again, a little bit of a difference. The lowercase letters are about 3/4 of an inch for the mattes, slightly less for the letters. So again, you know, you've actually got the scope to, if you're spelling a name, you could have your initial uppercase letter along with the lowercase ones. The numbers are about the same as the lowercase, so these are about 3/4 of an inch. And then those little suffixes there, I think are probably, yeah, just under 3/4, about 5/8 of an inch, because obviously they're going to sit alongside your numbers, so they don't want to sort of overshadow the numbers. So again, nice sort of size to work with. And then what I thought we'd do is, one of the things that I love doing is actually cutting the little matte layers in vellum and then overlaying the letter. So we'll do a bit of both. So I'm going to take the A, and what else shall we have? We'll do the M.
So you can use the actual letter on its own. You don't
Absolutely.
have to.
It's not connected to the matte layer at all, yeah.
And it gives it quite a different look, doesn't it, if you're not using that matte layer?
So because they are smaller, I'm just going to grab a little bit of tape, because if this flies off onto the floor, I'm never going to find it in a million years. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop one of the mats in the green, because that's going to show up nicely. And then I'm going to do the letter over the top of it in the white, so that it stands out nicely for you on camera. And just tape them down, as I say, so that I don't end up losing them. And then I'm also going to cut one of the matte layers in. I like to do this with the vellum behind it. It just sets it off enough against your project, but it doesn't detract from the actual lettering. You can see exactly what we're doing. And then I'm going to cut the other letter in the green, so that that stands out nicely over the vellum there. Where we go. So these, as I say, I mean, perfect for popping through. I'm going to see if I can get all these in together in here, look. Get them all inside there. Close that little folder, bring the mini in, and these will all pass through in one go through that, that mini.
It's so useful to have that mini, isn't it?
Oh, you know, this never leaves my desk. It's forever at the side of me at my desk, so that I can use it as and when I need it. So if I bring the white back here now, you can see that we've got the little matte layer for the A. And if I just grab my tweezers, take this one out, again, just remove that tape off there. And they've all got a little release hole. I'm just looking in there for I popped my tools away earlier because I thought it's hiding. It's because I picked the bag up earlier and everything's had a wriggle around. There we go. So there's release holes in there for you to release the letter. And as I say, this is where your tools come in handy. So the tweezers there will allow you to position it in exactly the right place there. So that's your letter A from the uppercase alphabet.
Yeah.
But as I say, I like to do these with, it depends on the look that you're after, but I like the very sort of light background that the vellum provides here. And then we've got that letter M on this one. And again, they've all got little release holes in, so you can just use your pokey tool to take the letters out and then pop them back on. So it gives you a slightly different look depending on what you're wanting to do there. And again, you know, you can spell anything you want. So if you've got, you know, a name that's not, I know my eldest daughter is called Vanessa, which is Toby's mum. My youngest daughter's called Samantha. So whenever we were looking for things with names on, Samantha's name was fine. Vanessa we could never find in the shops. It was more unusual. And it's heartbreaking for them, bless them. But with this, you know, you can do whatever you want and spell them out however you want to do them. So whatever combination. But I mean, that's just literally giving you a taster of them, just to show you there's so many different ways, so many different combinations, you know, to sort of fit in with whatever you're making, colour scheme wise and things like that. I sometimes cut the little mats more than once so that you've got quite a nice weight of piece behind it, and stick them together so that you've got a little bit more substance to them. Makes them a bit like a little chipboard piece, but absolutely gorgeous. The font on them is lovely, and obviously that's carried on through the numbers as well, so that they all work together nicely. Beautiful. So I hope that helps. I'm
sure it did, yeah.
And I love that we can do that for you and show you literally straight away, yeah?
Absolutely. Do message in if you've got any questions. Susie T said, great deals in this Cartload. I don't think I have that little alphabet set, or at least one that's small. I keep spending my paycheck on the website. They may just as well keep it. We're all the same, aren't we? Yeah, absolutely we are. And Dita says, I love my mini. I must use it every single time I craft. It's a must-have. And Susie T says, my daughter's name's Samantha too. My sister-in-law's called Samantha. Yeah. Samantha was quite, back in the 70s, it was when my sister-in-law was born, everyone was called Rebecca and Samantha. And in fact, I was doing a show at another channel the other day, and all of us were Rebecca. There was a Rebecca presenter, there were 2 guests called Rebecca, and the floor manager was called Rebecca.
Wow, yeah.
Very, very
I think they go through phases with names, don't they?
They do, absolutely. And I think you're right, having a name that's unusual, especially as a child when you're growing up, it's not very nice when you can't find anything.
Well, you go to those stands and whiz them round looking for your name, and then it's not there, We have similar instances with Toby's name. Sometimes you can find it, sometimes it's not, so that's sort of in the middle. Going back to these on a note for sticking them as well, a couple of ways of doing them. Obviously you've got your dotty tape pen that'll go back onto the letters there, but the other thing is to actually cut them out of cardstock that you've got the self-adhesive on the back of. Works a treat, because then you just have to peel the backing off and they're all ready to stick down. Because they're that bit smaller, trying to put wet glue behind them, it's not easy because it ends up squidging out, and although it dries clear, you've still got that little bit of glue showing. So yeah, I would say either the dotty tape pen on the back of them, or as I say, cutting them with a self-adhesive backing on already.
Fantastic. Well, I think they look lovely. The next thing we've got are the image sentiments dies. So these are really beautiful. Lots and lots of metalwork in here. This first one is If Friends Were Flowers, I'd Pick You. Very nice here. So you've got the outer die here, and then you've got all of that intricacy to be able to cut out all those beautiful sort of shapes in there. Next one is Thank You for Everything. Then we have Celebrate with Cake. All the time, every day. Just celebrate that you've woken up with cake is what I feel. Count Your Blessings. And so lots of times you can use these for all sorts of different occasions. Faith, Hope and Love. And then the final one is Your friendship means the world to me, which is really, really nice. £20, $26. Platinum price is £16 or $20.80. Remember, if you do order this today, you'll be able to, if you're not platinum member, you'll be able to get this as your free gift. So this is your die from your Frosty and Bright. This is your free gift for today if you spend over £20, $20 or €20. What have you got next, Jan?
Honestly, again, another set of metalwork for you this time. So we've got these gorgeous edgeable dies again. Build a border, and there are 3 different ways to do this. So 3 dies, all together you've got a total of 24, because they come with the edge as well. So first one up is the Eastern Trellis, and you get a version of it that's straight. You get that beautiful curved edge, and then I love the wavy one as well. So each of them come with that same format. So this one, just showing you a sample of what it looks like there. We've used this on the edge just to create, you know, that sort of feature on the edge of the card. It just adds that little bit of something to your cards and looks really nice. So that was the curved border on that one. The second one up here, we've got Delicate Hearts. So the same idea again. You've got that straight version, the curved border, and then the wavy one, and then that beautiful heart decoration along the bottom of that one. Again, it's been used vertically on this one, or again, if you want to turn it round this way. Absolutely gorgeous. So just cut in there a couple of times. Mix and match it with whatever you have in your stash. And then we've got the Moroccan trellis. So all the same concept, different designs, absolutely beautiful in there. And again, you know, just using it on, I keep putting it the wrong way. Put them on the side of the car. I don't know what's going off with me tonight, honestly. But again, you know, this one's had a little bit of all of it, because we've got the straight there, and then just using that curved border at the front to make the easel card. Absolutely gorgeous. Mix and match with you know, whatever's there, the decoupage, whatever you've got in your stash. Again, really nice little bundle of dies. So we're looking at £20 or $25. Again, platinum price down there, £16 for those or $20. Absolutely brilliant saving on them there. And just again, something that bit different to add to your card making or your designs. Again, if you're a scrapbooker, you can cut them multiple times so that you can fit them across a 12 by 12 piece there and make a border with them maybe.
A quick question for you. Barbara says, how do you get the curve on the matte layer of that card?
How did we get the...
On one of the cards, you've got a curve on the matte layer. How do you do that?
Where are we? Let's have a look. This one. Was it that one we were talking about?
Yeah, I think it must be.
So if you think that the top edge of the die is going to have that curved shape on it, I would just use that to draw a very fine pencil line around my cardstock and trim it so that you've got the curve, and then you can measure the distance to your back of your card here and chop this bit off after you've done the curve. So leave it a bit longer than you need it, sort the curved area out first, and then cut it to the size that you need to fit in the space that you're covering.
Ah, lovely. Wouldn't
Yep.
have even thought about that. Thank you for that.
That's okay.
Keep your questions coming in. Now, I was looking for some more gnome puns, but I just can't because they're just terrible. They're just awful. I'm reading them and thinking, oh gosh, there's no more to do. No, I can't. I just can't.
Have they all gone gnome?
Oh God, no! Oh dear, they're terrible. Right, so our Garden Gnomes collection has been really, really popular. So we had this on the masterclass today. Jan did some amazing demonstrations. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's a joyful, happy collection. All those bright colours, lots of pinks and greens. It's really, really lovely. You're going to get so much in this collection. You're saving 50% on this today. So you're going to be getting your sentiments in here, Gnomey sentiments as well as ordinary sentiments. Then you'll be getting your collection of accessories that every well-respected gnome would need. Watering cans, wheelbarrows, all of that paraphernalia that every gnome needs. Gnome caravan, this is our favourite thing. We all love this, absolutely gorgeous. So you're going to get the die and the stamp set. It's got all those extra little dies in there as well, including the sun and the grass, all those bits. I definitely need to sort this out because this is all falling apart. Then we've got the swing, which is absolutely beautiful. So you've got all of those dies and stamps again. You've got the little bits to make their feet look like they're sitting down and that the hands are holding on to things. And you saw earlier, just by changing the feet, makes a real difference when we're putting designs together. Then we have Svetlana. Oh, there you go. I'm just going to hold it like that. Svetlana, because no one's told me her real name. Although I want to call her Erica, I'm not entirely sure why. So this set, you'll get your stamps, you'll get your dies, and you'll also get those lovely little stencils. So you can stencil through and get all those pretty designs on her hat and her gown. And then Sven, our male gnome, exactly the same situation for him. He's got his accessories like his barbecue and his frying spade, as my husband calls it, as well as his little ukulele and fishing rod. Again, you're getting your stamps, your dies, and also those little stencils too. Then you'll be getting this background, this sort of scene builder. You're getting your embossing folder here, as well as those stencils to create that amazing design. And it looks so effective with those inks that Jan was using earlier. And then finally, you've got your collection of 12 by 12 paper in here, double-sided paper pad. All those beautiful, brightly coloured patterns are going to work so well with all of those designs. Price today is £41.50, $51.50. Platinum price is £33.20 or $41.20. Jan, you've got some samples of these.
I have, yes. So this is just a little bit of inspiration using that collection that our design team put together for us. So again, off he goes down to the river with his little picnic hamper to do a spot of fishing there. So there's no one, what does it say on there? There's no one like you on there. I couldn't read that through the screen then. Again, that beautiful, I love the embossing folder in here, you know. I mean, this has been done, as I say, with more traditional colours again, but you can go whatever. You could have bluegrass, you could have a purple sunshine, you know, go as psychedelic as you want. You know, as far as the stencil's concerned, we just showed you with inks through, but if you've got any glitter paste or anything like that, your sun could be sparkly, absolutely gorgeous. You could do it with the translucent ink, the sticky ink, and then put embossing powder over it so that you've got an embossed sun there. So many different elements. You know, I was just able to show you that one way with the inks earlier, but then again, creating that little scene. And then the focal point there, I just think that little caravan is absolutely adorable. Colour it however you wish. And then we've got, he's creeping up on her again with that bouquet of flowers. He's a real softie, he is. Lots of sentiments in there to use with it. That little swing, again, beautiful. Such a really neat idea. And the fact that you've got a little hands to hold on that you put on there. And like we said, just changing, just the little details like changing those feet, because she looks as if she's stood on the swing, which is very dangerous. But by popping the two little feet over there, looks as if she's sat down enjoying herself now. So again, absolutely beautiful. We've got that caravan there done in blues and purples. How different does that look to the one that I showed you though, just by changing the colours? Look.
Yeah, it's
wrong
totally
way, Jan.
different.
Do you know, every time.
The purple one looks a little bit like Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
You know, it's those kind of colours, isn't it?
And then I couldn't not show you the samples again. I know I'm obsessed with this one, but I just loved the little bride and groom there. I just think this is genius. So yeah, just colouring them in as if they're on their wedding day. This is one of the backgrounds from the paper pad, along with the one behind the caravan there. So there are some pre-printed backgrounds if you're not into making your own background. So yeah, really, really nice, fun collection. I thoroughly enjoyed having a play with this afternoon, I really did. And I call it a play because it's not like coming to work. No, I get to do my favourite thing and they pay me to do it. I couldn't ask for anything better.
You're living your best life.
I am, certainly. Living the dream.
Well, while we're talking about the garden gnome set, we might as well do the vote because they have all been about, yeah, you're going to win today. So we're going to do, this one was in Wake Up Call, so we'll have this as number 1 here. And then this one was in Masterclass, so this is number 2. So get your votes in, 1 and 2. And we'll
it's
see.
like when you go to the opticians, is it? Is 1 better or 2? 1 or 2? 1 or 2?
What, when they've got their spoons in
yeah,
your
when
eyes?
they put those things in your eyes and they ask you which one looks best, I'm thinking they both look the same to me.
So my brother-in-law went to the opticians and they said, OK, we want to check your eyesight. Can you read this little sheet of paper over on the wall? And he went, yeah, all right. And they went, go on then. And he went, well, put it there. And they were like, it's there. His eyesight was so bad. They couldn't even see that there was something there. And he got some glasses and he came back and he said, everyone used to go on about high definition TV. And I used to look at it and think, can't really see very much. He said, but you can see people's faces, you can see all sorts of things on there. His eyesight was that appalling that the optician said, I've never seen anyone with such bad eyesight.
Wow, that
without wearing glasses.
Yeah, oh my days, yeah.
So I think we're all right. Even though we can't see exactly what's on the screen, we can just about see what's going on.
I can just about make it out, yeah. See, yours is further away. You've got a better reason than I have. Mine's quite close and I'm still sort of peering away at it, yeah.
I do keep having to go, no, I'm not sure. Is that a 4 or 2? Or
is it 6 or an 8? Yeah.
Just a fly on the screen. I've got no idea.
I don't know.
So, Jen, you've got some of the junior plates.
I have. I've got that little deal again that we started off at the top of the show with at the top of the hour. So, Gemini Junior set of plates. Again, if these are on the consumable list, because we all know that our plates take the brunt of the pressure from the machines. We've built that fantastic amount of pressure into the Geminis. And obviously, these then become a consumable. So, we've actually included the little bag to keep them all in. So, they will come to you like this in the bag. And there's a complete set of plates here for the Gemini Junior. So you have got 2 of your clear plates, which are great to show on TV, aren't they? There's nothing to see there. You just see like clear plates. So you're actually paying for the bundle, and it's the equivalent of getting those 2 clear plates for free within the bundle. So you've got the 2 clear ones, you've got your plastic shim there, you've got the magnetic shim, which has all the little grid, and on the back of that you've got some of those familiar sizes for cards and things like that, just in case you need to sort of line anything up there. You've got the rubber embossing mat for embossing dies. This is not to go with an embossing folder, this is for embossing metal dies. And then you've got your metal shim. We were talking about this earlier with things like the glitter card, just to give that extra bite. When you've got a metal die cutting against the metal plate, A, you've got the rigidity of the plate, and B, you're going to get that bite from the metal catching the metal. So we've got a full set there. Like producer Johnny's just said, if you buy the whole set, it's the equivalent of getting those 2 clear plates for free. Even if you don't need them at the minute, it's something that is like that. I'm going back to that jar of coffee again. You know, if it's on offer, get it and put it in the cupboard, because you're going to get that saving. You get the bag as well. It's got an extra little pocket. And as I say, when I put my hand in there, it goes all the way to the bottom of the bag. So you've got quite a lot of room in there if you want to pop anything else in there with it. $33.95 today, or $44.95. And again, we've got that beautiful, where is it? No, I'm on that. I can't do this. Craig does this and makes it look easy. It's there. Got it. Got it there. £27.16, $35.96. That would automatically entitle you to our free gift that we've got today for spending either £20, $20, €20, just until midnight tonight, or until stocks last. Have you got a copy of it there, Becky?
I have, yeah.
Fantastic. So they would just put that in automatically. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
The guys will just
I've
put
used
it in.
quite a lot, actually.
Yeah.
This
Pretty
Christmas.
little one,
really,
isn't
really
it?
useful.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth having, and if it's free, I mean,
Why not?
It's really worth having. I've got an answer to what is demo of the day.
Oh.
We're ready.
That was a good, oh, right.
It's been that popular. And it's this one. Whoa,
The little
upside
box.
down.
Yeah, fantastic.
Lovely.
Little pop-up
I think
box.
it made it look so beautiful, so different.
I just wanted to show you different ways. You know, it's like we all, I think all of us, I'm saying all of us, a lot of us at heart are card makers, or we start out our crafting journey as card makers. But I particularly like the 3D building, the projects and things like that. So I just wanted to show you different ways in which you can use them. It would apply to any of your collections. You can do the pop-up boxes with, and if you've got the pop-up box die at home, makes it even easier. You don't need the die, you can make it without. But yeah, just something a bit different. So thank you for the votes, guys. I do appreciate it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
No, beautiful. They were all stunning. I think it was quite difficult for people to choose, definitely. The other thing we've got on the show today is this great tote bag. So this is the one that Jan was showing us earlier. It's like a TARDIS. It's like Mary Poppins's carpet bag, where she just keeps pulling things out of this. It doesn't look like it's going to hold so much, but you've got all these different pockets all the way around the outside. You've also got pockets inside. So it's great and sturdy. It's also got this shoulder strap as well. So great for taking out if you going to be travelling around. And we all of us have to sort of manoeuvre our crafty supplies from place to place. So definitely one to have. But it comes with the bone folders. It comes with scissors. It comes with some applicator for your glue. We've also got some blades for your craft knife. You've got some all-purpose glue. You've got some pokey tools. And you've also got, I can't find it, it's right at the very bottom. Oh, it's so deep in here. There you go. A crimper as well. So you're going to get all of these inside your tote bag. £32.44. Your platinum price is £25.60 or $35.20. And this is great, you know, if you're just starting on your crafting journey, or you just want to have an extra set of bits and pieces. Like Jan was saying, she's got, you know, one bag for one thing, one bag for another. That makes perfect sense. I found that I used to empty up my bag and use my stuff at home, and then pack it all again, and then I'd leave something. So I now have a bag here. I've got a bag in my car, and I've got a bag in my craft room.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's not something I started out with. When I first started, like you say, I used to pack it and repack it. But as time's gone by, I've sort of added another little bit to the collection, so that I've actually got a set of stuff that I can use at home, and I don't really have to mess about with the bag. I just grab that every time I come here or go down to the TV studio. I know it's completely equipped with everything that I need, and it's just easy. It just makes it so much easier when you've got it all in one place like that.
Absolutely, totally agree with you. So what have you got for us now?
Oh, we're going to revisit
lovely.
those shape dies, because again, this is a favourite one. I talked about, you know, the 3D element of crafting. Anything that makes something a bit different grabs my eye. It really does. So we've got in here classy and fabulous, and you've got all the metalwork in here to make the little handbag. So if I give you an example here, just show you that little one again, and it's just so cute in any shape. Any colourways, as I say, just, you know, you might want silver on the bottom, you might want gold on the little pieces at the bottom here. You've got room inside there to write a little message. It could be a little invite. Could the room? It's a nice size to pop a little gift card inside, just to make it something different. I think that's
a really good idea, because now we're giving gift cards, aren't we?
I think you do a lot of the time, don't you? But again, you know, there's nothing to stop you using them flat on a card to make it a feature on a card as well. So, you know, that might be suitable for a birthday or any different occasion on there. So that one is the handbag, which is classy and fabulous. The second one, if the shoe fits, so you've got that beautiful piece here to make the shoe. We've done a little one here just to show you an idea of it. But again, if I show it you and made up to match the handbag there. They stand by themselves, just cut on the fold of your cardstock, and again decorated in however you wish, but just like the handbag, you know, you can pop them onto the front of a card as well, so it doesn't have to be a standalone project if you don't want it to. And then the third one in that set, busy camping, you've got the old camper van. Look at the size of this one. It's a really good size. You know, you're making something that looks like this. So again, if you've got friends or family that enjoy travelling around in the little motorhomes or the camper vans, you could deck it out so that it looks like their van. Again, you know, there's lots of different ways you could pop the gift cards inside there. Again, it's just a bit different than popping it in an envelope. We've even got, you know, the die actually allows the little, if I can get in there, the little doors open and everything, look.
Clever, isn't
So you can
it?
get inside. And again, you know, there's nothing to stop you actually popping it on a card. So we've got the ice cream van there on the card, all decorated out. All he needs on there is a little jingle to let you know he's coming, isn't he? So all three of those, again, it's not a choice. You're going to get all three of those sets with all the metalwork and the stamps to complement them. And we're looking at £39.96, £50.80, platinum price down there at the bottom of £31.97 or £40.64.
I think we need to use that
$40,
shoe
should I
die
say.
to create a shoe card for Liam.
A shoe card for
Because Liam, part of our team here, Liam is going to be in a show called Kinky Boots.
Oh, I didn't know
Did you not know
that.
this?
No.
Yeah.
I was
So-
waiting to see where the link was going with that. I thought, why would Liam need a shoe?
Have you not seen Liam wearing heels? He's been practicing wearing heels.
No,
here.
not
He's
at
got to wear
all.
heels in the show. He
I've
plays
missed that.
the drag queen, I think, in the show. So he's got to
Fabulous.
learn how to wear heels, walk in heels. Actually, he walks really well in heels.
Scary.
Yeah. Is it not his first time? Maybe not. But we definitely need to be using some of those shoe dies in order to send him a card
That's
when he
amazing,
opens
yeah.
next year. So very exciting.
Oh.
Right, we're going to have a quick break, cup of tea, and we'll see you in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all on time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
Hello, welcome back. We've been talking about sweets in the break. What is your favourite sweet? Or what's the sweet that you eat deliberately because no one else likes them? So I like licorice all sorts because nobody in my family likes them. It means I can eat the whole packet myself. Jan, what's your favourite sweet?
Oh, now then, that would be a tough
Walnut whip,
question.
maybe?
A walnut whip.
Do you like a walnut whip?
I don't mind. I like anything that's got chocolate on. It's got my name on. Absolutely.
Well, message in and let us know what your favourite sweet is. Carol's asked if there's any special dies for embossing. I know about embossing folders as I'm new to all of this. There are various different, I mean, it's quite a minefield when you first start crafting because there's so many different things that you can be using. We talk about dies and mats and layers, and if you're brand new to it, you'd be just thinking, I've got no idea what you're talking about. Is that a mat? Is that an embossing mat? Is it something different? So are there different embossing folders that you use?
There's different types of embossing. So the one that I think people are most familiar with is dry embossing with a folder.
Right.
So that one's the easy one, a 2D folder or a 3D folder, which creates that beautiful sculpting that you can then go to do other things with. We're also aware of heat embossing, which is using your embossing powders, which is a completely different thing. And then I'm saying all the dies, the majority of metal dies have a triple function. And we tend to forget this a lot. We tend to use them to die cut with, and that's it, we're done. But any die, I'm saying any die, the majority of dies have got some kind of embossing feature in them. And what you're looking for is when you turn your die over, so for example, if I just grab one of those boards again with all the birthday elements on here, when you turn your die over, if I just have a look at this on the overhead, Charlotte, thank you. If you've got an area of the die, so for example here, where there's no die cutting edge. So this detail could be actually cut into your die. I'm not 100% because I don't have the die there in front. In fact, I'm telling fibs, I have got the dies down there, haven't I? Let me just grab the die itself and I can show you what I mean even better. Yeah, here we go, look. So in here, if I show you that over the card here, you can see that there are elements in here, like the little stars, that are just a gap in your die. There's nothing else there. There's no cutting edge around them. They're just literally a gap. So they're not going to cut anything out. If you look here, it doesn't show on that particular sample that there's anything there. But if you use your embossing mat over the top of it, what it does, because the embossing mat's squidgy, it actually pushes the cardstock into those holes and it gives you a raised element of dry embossing through the metalwork of the die. So for example, the bottom here of the cake, I can see that there's a layer there that would actually emboss into the cardstock. So that's your second function of the metal dies. The third function is stenciling, which a lot of us again tend to forget about. We're so eager to get the die cut and get working with it. So where you've got those little gaps, and certainly here with the lettering and everything, if I pop this back over that die at the bottom here, you can see the elements of white through there. So these are the bits that would emboss. So wherever you can see cardstock now, where the white is opposed to the black, they're going to be your embossed area. You can then take, for example, your little ink daubers with some ink and just ink through your die, and it behaves like a stencil, which would then transfer colour onto your die cut. Now, you might not always want that. You know, if you were doing sort of a, I don't know, a just for you on a special anniversary, you might want it all to be gold. But on a happy birthday one, you know, where you might want to add some colour to it, it's a great way. Now, I'm saying probably about 90-95% of dies have got this facility on it. Now, it's not easy to know. It's a case of having a look at them, have a practice with them, maybe die cut them on some scrap card. Whenever I get a new die, the first thing I do with it is run it through the machine and see what it does. And you should be able to tell, like I said, when I put it back over here now, anywhere that I can see that white card through that lower piece here is going to emboss. So you're going to get that shape. So some sort of echoing on the letter in here, the bottom of the cake, the little stars and everything, that it's going to push into that die and give you that raised effect, just as if it had been run through an embossing folder. So yeah, you can emboss with a die, you can emboss with an embossing folder, which is the one that we're all used to, and then you can heat emboss, which is a whole different ball game with the sticky ink, the embossing powder, and melting it with a heat tool. So that's sort of like on its own. But yes, that's what you're actually looking for on a die, is any area that doesn't have a cutting edge around it, but it's got an opening in your die.
fantastic.
I hope that explains it a little bit better.
Definitely.
Because it is a bit of a minefield. There are so many different things when you first start. I mean, I've been doing this a long time now and sort of learnt as I've gone along, possibly by making mistakes. I've learnt from the rest of the team and things like that, watching other people, you know. So there's so much to take in when you're first starting your journey. So don't ever be afraid to come and ask us a question. That's what we're here for. And if we can answer, if we can show you, even better, because sometimes it's easier to see it rather than me just talk through it for you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for that. And do keep your questions coming in. Do let me know what your favourite sweet is, or your least favourite sweet, because I'm quite hungry now and I think on my way home I have to go and get some sweets. So we've got your buddy bag collection. Loads of you are interested in these. These are great. So these are our Totally Tiffany collection of bags. These bags, they come completely flat, so easy to store when you're not using them. But you can use them for all sorts of different things. Now I know on shows that I've done with Tiffany, she has them filled with toiletries, with first aid items. They go in garages to sort out nuts and bolts. They have craft supplies in them. They have all sorts of different bits and pieces. This first one here is Stephanie. So this one is quite a large one. It's got 4 separate little boxes inside. So we've just put some re-inkers in there and some ink pads, but you can put all sorts of different things in here. This one is Leanne. This is the same size as Stephanie. It's just a different format in that it's one large box that's contained inside there. So these are sort of more rigid boxes that come in here to keep everything it's sort of rigid in squares. They all come with hook and loop tape to keep everything secure. They're all clear and they all have a little tab, little handle right at the very end. So you can always put these on your shelving. You can put a little label in here to show you what they're called. I know lots of you keep hold of, it's not in that one, keep hold of the little packaging piece here, which shows you what everything's called, and they just pop them at the very bottom of their bags so they know which one they need to reorder in the future, because there are quite a lot of them, and obviously with different things inside them they look totally different. The next ones we've got are Deborah and Sarah. I'm getting good at this. This could be a play your crafts right game.
Oh no!
Identify the Tiffany bag.
Oh.
Just from feel.
Just from feeling them,
with
the
nothing
size
in them.
and the
That's
shape.
quite good. Now these are perfect for storing your pens and your pencils. You can obviously store them face down. You've got these little handles over here. Putting different collections in each one. This one's smaller than this one here, so this one's much larger. This one opens back, and then you can just have all of your pens out ready to craft with. So great for taking away, or if you don't have the place to keep everything sort of stored in one place for crafting at home, and you want to keep sort of converting everything into bags when you're travelling, you could just store everything like this. I know Jan's got these, and this is how she stores all of her pens. The taller ones are great for those tri-blends, the smaller ones are great for the classiques, but of course you can put your pencils in here as well. The next one we're going to go to is Edna. This one has got all of our ink pads in it. This is quite a tall one. Obviously you can have these working horizontally or vertically. Again, you've got all of this hook and loop tape right to the very end. It does mean that everything's kept very secure. So if they're sort of rolling around in the back of your car, you're not going to find that your ink pads have fallen apart and are making your carpet all inky. No one wants that. This one is, I want to say, it's not Deborah, it's, no, Dawn. I knew I had a D. I knew it was a D. This one's got 2 layers of hook and loop tape. So if you want to put in taller items, you can do, and then just have it sealed up on that higher place. So you can see you've got that little loop here. Again, you've got these little sort of plastic containers that go inside, so you can keep everything stored nicely. We've got some ink pads in here, but again, keeping them in your car to have some first aid equipment in them, or some snacks. There's all sorts of things you can do. A lady was saying earlier today she's bought them for organising all her medication, which again is really, really useful. This one is Sue. This one is perfect for storing your ribbons. So at the moment, everyone's getting their ribbons out ready for Christmas. This one's got some zips on a roll, and you can just feed the pieces of ribbon through that hook and loop tape, and just pull it out, and it stops the ribbons from rolling all over the floor as you're wrapping your Christmas presents. And then this one is Karen.
I could remember that one.
This is Karen.
Yeah.
I'm quite proud of myself to remember these.
I know, you've done well with those.
This one is great for storing things like postcards, finished cards, cards in progress. Maybe you want a different one for each project. Maybe you're doing a scrapbooking project. Or as I was saying earlier on, perhaps you've made cards and you're sending them at craft fairs. You can have one of these for each type of card that you've made, perhaps birthday, anniversary. You can have them here. People can flick through all of those different cards. And then when you're finished from your craft fair, you can fold them all up and store them for the next one. Or hopefully they're going to be completely empty because you've sold everything, because you've made all your lovely cards with Crafters Companions products. This is £35.96 or $47.95. Platinum price of £28.77 or $38.36. Really, really useful. You'll get plenty of use out of these for all sorts of different things. Next thing we're going to do is, we're going to do alphabets and numbers.
We're going to have a look at that little collection again. Yeah, I love this one. So again, all about personalisation. So if you want to add a name to it, or as I say, it could be a scrapbook page that you want to put the date underneath, something like that. You have an uppercase alphabet that we established was about 1 inch tall with its little mat layer. Then you have the lowercase alphabet, which is about 3/4 of an inch. We have a set of numbers, which are about 3/4 of an inch on the mat layer. The actual numbers and letters are slightly smaller. I'll show you an example in a minute. And then you've got those number suffixes with the th for 18th or the st for the first to add to it if you're wanting to make a specialist card maybe for a 15th birthday or a more unusual number that's not available in the shops. So again, we did a little bit of an experiment earlier at one of our lovely customers' requests, just to have a cut through with them with the mini and see what they look like. So you can see there, I did the letter A, we've got the letter M there, and again this one's cut with vellum in the background and then the letter out of the cardstock. This one I used the darker cardstock with the white letter so that it stood out nice and neat for you. So those are both the uppercase alphabet. So the lowercase is going to be slightly smaller than this, but it just allows you, unless you want the name to be the feature on the front of the card, you don't really want it overtaken if you've planned a nice design on the front of the card that's appropriate to the recipient. So it could be a birthday cake, it could be a set of balloons, it could be a car or something like that. Just having the facility to pop those smaller letters in and maybe personalise it or put a date on something or caption something, I just think they're a really nice little set to have, and coming in at just £17 or $25. But of course, if you've got that club price on there, our platinum price £13.60 or $20. So again, a fantastic little offer for you. And once you've got those, you've got something that you can use forever and a day. However you want to store them is up to you. I put mine on my magnetic sheet so that they're nice and easy to get to if I want to use them. But again, keep them in the packets. It's entirely up to you. So yeah, nice little one to add in the basket if you're wanting those means of personalising. And I know, like you were saying, one of the ladies said earlier that if you're doing craft fairs and things like that, it's nice to have a set of these where you've got designs already made and you can offer the personalisation while you're there. Take the little mini with you. You don't need a PowerPoint for it. You can actually sit and personalise something, or you could maybe say to your customer, yeah, I can do that if you want to pop back in 30 minutes or so, and have it all done, and they can choose what they want on your card. So again, so many different ways of using them.
Yeah, they're great. And they're so wee and tiny, aren't they? You'd be able to use them in lots of different places. Lots of people messaging in about sweets, which I love. Vicky says, my homemade dark chocolate covered raspberries. Very yummy.
Oh, now that sounds
really
rather
good.
nice.
Are they fresh raspberries? I need to know. Are they freeze-dried raspberries? Syl says, my mum loves licorice of all sorts. All sorts. Oh no, loves licorice all sorts. I usually get her a bucket for Christmas. She also likes the German, Danish, Dutch hard little salt licorice pieces too. Eve says, Jan is a craft queen. So happy when she gives all this great advice. Coletta says, I love any white chocolate. Marianne says, I love licorice all sorts and jelly babies too, and Pontefract cakes. And Paul Print ×4 loves licorice too. I like the licorice that you can get in IKEA, which has got milk chocolate over the top of it.
Oh, anything that's got
nice.
chocolate on. I might even try licorice if it was wrapped in chocolate. Who knows?
Well, I think that about mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms, but if they had chocolate on them, I might eat them. Marianne says, I've got a few of the Karen bags. I'm waiting for the buddy bags with my Cindy bag and the zip. My husband is going to go mad. He hates having to help me put them together. Buy him one for Christmas. then he won't hate you for having to put them together anymore, I don't think. I might buy,
A newfound love of them.
I don't know what my husband wants for Christmas. Maybe I'll buy him one of those. I think he'll be delighted. He's not a crafter. I'm sure he'll find something to pop into there. Now, the other item we've got are tape pens. Everyone needs a tape pen, and I've got all the tape pens out that you're going to get in this deal, which is 8. But they're all the same. So I only really needed one. But this is your normal tape pen. It's not your dotty tape pen. 22 metres or 72 feet you're going to be getting in here. You'll get 8 of these. You're buying 6 and you're getting 2 for free. So the price today is £23.94, $41.94. Platinum price is £19.50 or $33.55. These are staples, so we all need these. Nobody wants to run out of these, so it's definitely worthwhile stocking up on them while they're in stock, because they're not always in stock, are they?
Do you know, they're one of those things, we have a shipment come pretty much every month. We have a delivery, and they're one of those things that we just announced that we've got them back in stock for you. The next minute they've gone again. People are waiting for them to come in, and honestly it happens every time with these and with the dotty tape pens, and we just can't keep them in stock at all. I know I was down at the TV studios the other day and we were scrounging around begging and pleading to get some more because customers wanted to buy them, and particularly the dotty tape pens. We knew they'd come in. I made a big thing about the fact that they'd just come in, and then when we checked there was no stock of them again. So yeah, it's a case of buy them while they're here. Very much the case, because if you wait and think, oh, get them in a couple of weeks, you might be waiting. Don't forget, if ever you pop onto our website and something's out of stock, you can tick that little box that says, if you use an email address, tick the little box that says remind me when it comes back in stock, and if you pop your email address in, once it comes back into stock on the website, it automatically sends you an email to say it's there, and you don't have to keep looking to see whether it's coming or not. It's a useful little tool to use if you do shop online on our website at crafterscompanion.co.uk. Oops. Oh dear.
They're fresh raspberries and dark chocolates.
Oh, don't. It's making me
sounds
feel
really
hungry
nice,
now.
doesn't it?
That's a lovely combination,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I think I'd like
Just
to see a
wants
picture
a
of
few
those.
little white chocolate chips sprinkled on top to finish it. I love raspberry and white chocolate together.
Me too.
Especially
Now I'm
if
really
it's in
hungry.
a cheesecake.
I'm not going to want to eat my sandwich after this, am I? I'm going to just want to eat chocolate.
We're shocking, aren't we? Honestly, just making it even worse. My stomach's actually starting to rumble now. Right, so I'm going to come back to those Spectrum Noir pens again. So I have got 5 sets of the classic alcohol markers. So if this is your thing and you're wanting to stock up on the colours, 60 pens altogether. I was just working that out then, but it's there on the screen, and that's that 0 again. That could be an 8. So I was just working it out in my head. 60 pence, 5 times 12 is 60, Jan, you know that. So if I lay them down, you can see they're all in themes. So the first set here is the vintage set. Again, if I turn it over, it always lists the colours. It's a guideline for the colour because obviously it's printed on the back of a packet. It is a guideline, but these are more sort of antique-y, sort of subdued colours in that one for the vintage set. So 12 in that one. It shows you the classic. If you're not familiar with it there, it's got the fine bullet nib on one end. It's got that lovely, I've lost the word.
Chisel.
Thank you. I knew it began with a C and it had just gone then for a second.
You're thinking
Chisel
cake.
nib. I don't know, I'd got as far as chalk and I thought that's not right. I knew it was a ch. I blame it on the time now. I've been here 2 days now. It's a long time. I was going to say it again, chisel nib. All right, so if you want to lay lots of colour down at once, it works beautifully. Next set are the bright. It's exactly what it says. You've got a whole kaleidoscope there, the rainbow, going right through from the red to that beautiful bright pink at the edge there. 12 in that packet again. So to complement those, you've got very much a similar colour palette, but in the pastel shades there. So again, these would work nicely together. And then we've got the nature set. So you've got all those lovely greens in there. You've got those earth tones, and we've popped you a couple of the brown greys, which is that warm grey in there that tones in nicely with either the green or the brown. And then the last one is the floral set. I love this set. It's got some really, really pretty colours in, and you know how much I love my alcohol colouring. So again, we've just gone for the colours that are typically flower colours in that collection. I am fairly certain, I've still not gone through them and checked them, I think that would be quite a job, but I am fairly certain that none of the colours are duplicated in those sets. So you're getting 60 different colours. My apologies is, if for any reason you get these and there is an odd duplication, I'm fairly certain, I'm pretty much 98% sure that they will all be different colours. But we've actually got these on offer tonight at $78.99 or $133.99. Fantastic saving on those. Platinum price £63.19 or $107.19. So again, you know, whether you're buying a set for yourself, whether you're buying a set to distribute, you know, if you've got some crafty friends, you may be doing a Christmas Secret Santa with the crafty theme. Really, really good chance to stock up and sort of build that colour palette with the pens so that you can get onto that blending if you've not got to that part yet.
Fantastic. They are beautiful colours, a lovely selection. Definitely great if you've not got the pens before and you just need to start building, don't you? When I first started building my pens, I could only get them in groups of 3. It took quite a long time.
Originally, yes, I think we did do packs of 3. I remember having those hung when I was in the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the tri-blends still come in sets of 3, if I remember. But you get in different, you get 9 shades there, aren't you? So it's slightly different, yeah.
No, great item to have. Other items we've got in Spectrum Noir, we've got this Spectrum Noir selection. You've got your glitter pens here, which are beautiful. You've got loads of colours in here. You've got Golden Glow, Electric Pink, Ultraviolet, Fiery Red, Supernova and Yellow Cosmos. Really, really beautiful colours here. Then you've got some classics in selections of purple colours. We've also got some art liners here. If you look to the back, you'll be able to see you've got different types of pens in here. So you've got brush nibs and you've also got those really sort of fine liners in different widths. And then finally, you have got Dams and Jam ink pad here as well. So you're actually saving 50% on this. Dams and Jam. Sorry, Dams and Wine.
Plum jam.
You're right, plum jam.
Dams and wine.
Yeah, you're right. Jams and wine. Jam, wine, no, wherever it is.
Tell you it's getting late now, Becky. It's been a long
purple.
day.
It's a really nice purple. And this is one of our £20 deals, £20 with 20 bonus points. So there's £20, $20. You get 20 bonus points. Platinum price would be £16. But if you're not a platinum, not at your platinum status yet, and you're going to be spending £20, you will get this as your free gift. So you need to spend £20 or $20 or €20 in order to get this free gift, which is a Frosty and Bright foliage set. This is part of our 12 days of Craftmas. This will only be valid, will only be the free gift today. Tomorrow we'll have something else for you. I can't tell you what it is because I don't know, but it'll be some other goodies that you'll be getting for tomorrow as well. What have you got over there?
I have got those lovely word edgeables.
Oh, nice. I like those.
I like these a lot. Yeah, they really are quite fancy. Again, if I just show you those on screen, a good size. They're a nice enough size to make a feature on the front of your card, so you don't need to add an awful lot else. Just pop some of your pattern paper behind there, a bit of matting and layering, and you're good to go, really. So you can see the metal work up at the top here. It's a decent size, okay? We've just cut it in black card to show you the basis of it. So the top section cuts out here. So all around that top edge is die cut with the metal work. The bottom edge cuts into your card. So this is not white lettering that's been stuck on top. It's actually cut into the card, and you can see the background card through the design. And then at the bottom, we've just cut it to show you, you know, the idea behind that. So you're going to get happy birthday in there. You're also going to get just for you, and each one has got a different embellishment with it. Okay, so you could snip into this, you could cut it a second time, snip into it and layer those little butterfly wings up for that one. So that's just for you. We've also got with All My Love. Again, that's got those lovely little rose embellishments with it. We have got Congrats, you did it. I love that one. I really do like that one. Some little floral embellishments on that one. And again, on your special day, so we've got the flowers on that one again. So whatever your special day might be. And we've got Special Friend there. So a really nice collection of usable sentiments there. They're not ones that you think, oh, I'm never going to, you know, it's a whole set of them, but I'm never going to use that one. Obviously, I think this is the most popular one. I really like that Congrats, you did it. I love being able to send cards for things that are not a recognised occasion. So like a Just Because card or a thinking of you, you know, just to cheer somebody up. That Congrats, you did it. Again, lots and lots of different chances to use it. So we're looking at £25.98 for all of those. We're not asking you to choose your favourites out of there. You get all 6 sets of those, £25.98 or $29.90. That platinum price is underneath there. Again, it comes down again. And obviously, you're going to get your points with your platinum level as well.
Stonkingly good value, that is.
It
isn't
is,
Yeah,
for
you
the
get a lot
amount
from
of
that.
metal that's in there, because
Yeah.
they're a decent sized die. Absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic. We're going to go for a little bit of a break, but before we do that, I've got a question. Christine says, can you explain the difference between the classiques and the tri-blends?
The classics and the tri-blends. Right, let me just grab one of each. So I've got a classic pen
Because
and a
lots of people
tri-blend.
do, and even do the colours match? They're the same names of the colours as well.
Right, so as far as colours are concerned, throughout all the collections, the colours should be the same.
Okay.
So for example, this one that I've just grabbed here is an alpine green. So it's an AG for alpine green. It's number 4, which is sort of middle of the range. The lower the number, the lighter the shade of that colour family. So AG1 would be lighter than AG4. I'm not quite sure how far. Some of them go further than others. It's not a set number that they go up to. I know the blue ones have got a lot. I think you get up into 12, 13 different
really?
shades.
Right.
It's a primary colour.
Yeah.
Some of them have only got 4 different shades in it again. So AG4 there is going to be lighter than say AG7 if that exists. And they're all shades of the same colour family. Now that system works throughout all the pens. So for example, if I'd just grabbed what was on top there, this is a brown one, but if I'd have grabbed the alpine green blend here, for example, or let's do it the other way around, let's say this is the brown pen. All right, in this one, a tri-blend, I've got RB1, which is red, brown 1, 2 and 3. So the number 1 would be the lightest one. The number 2 would be the mid-tone, and the number 3 is the darkest. So you've got shades of the same family, okay? Now, with your tri-blends, you're just going to get a brush nib, which is lovely. I use these all the time for my colouring. They work beautifully. And the classic, you're going to get a slightly finer bullet nib there, but you're also going to get that chisel nib. I remember the word this time, Becky. You're going to get that chisel nib on the end, which allows you to lay down more colour if you're wanting to colour a larger area. Now, as far as a pen's concerned, they're both alcohol markers. They both do the same job. The classic was our original range, and some of you may have the original more rounded pen. These are a really nice sort of hexagon shape, which are really been proved to be ergonomically sort of nice to handle and hold. So again, I've still got some of the original round black barrel pens, which was the original Spectrum Noir range. So this is the sort of base range. What I did before was actually do a little diagram for you. So you've actually got Spectrum Noir as a overlying heading. So this is anything of ours that's to do with colour. So whether it be pens, whether it be crayons, whether it be ink pads, it's under the Spectrum Noir banner of our Crafters Companion products. So we started out with the equivalent of the classics, and these are sort of like, I'm not saying the base range because they're an alcohol marker, so they do the same job. The artist quality, don't let that put you off. That doesn't mean you have to be an artist to use them. It just means that it's a good quality ink, and I know Leanne spent a long time with the nibs in these pens, getting them right to dispense that ink to allow you to perfect your colouring. And then we also got on there the illustrators. And then this was taking it up a notch so that this one has the bullet nib and a beautiful brush nib on the end, that Japanese brush nib, which allows you to do all those lovely feathering techniques. So things like hair, animal fur, things like that, grasses, you can do those lovely feathering techniques. And again, if you want to have a look at any of this in action, have a look on YouTube under Crafters TV and have a look for the Colour Me Happy shows, because that's where we're able to go into more detail with regards to things to do with colour. And then what we did is we brought in the tri-blend range as sort of an add-on. And what this has done, if you're starting out your colouring journey, with these two, we have to decide what colours we're going to put together. Now, generally, you work in a colour family. So, for example, this one was AG4. Okay, so I might blend that as my mid-tone. I might have AG2 and I might have AG6 there. They don't have to be consecutive numbers. I'm going to get a light, a medium and a dark of that same colour family. To make it easier for people that were starting their journey, we literally just put them all in one pen. Right. And it's as simple as that. So we've done the hard work. You don't have to look through all your pens and think, right, is that going to blend with that? Is that going to go with that? You've actually got the lighter tone, you've got the mid-tone, which comes apart in the middle, slightly darker but the same colour family, and then just flip it round and you've got the darker one. So you can see that those are all that brown family, but they're all going to blend beautifully if you start doing those blending techniques to get your light and shade within the pens. So if you're starting out your journey, I personally would recommend the tri-blends because that work there's been done for you. But I know a lot of you collect lots. I've got elements of classics, I've got illustrators, and I've got tri-blends in there. So these are all alcohol markers. All right, they all work beautifully on that smooth cardstock, but the tri-blends were just brought in so that it's taken the mystery out of the blending side of it, basically.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much. That was super clear and concise.
Yeah.
I hope that helped you, Christine. We're going to have a quick break and we will be back in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You didn't.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Everyone backstage is amazing. You probably know this because we talk about them all the time, but I have to give a big shout out to Jake. From the minute he walks in the door, he has got the hugest smile, but he's just brilliant. He's always there, he's always on the ball, asking what, and they all are, but Jake is just, he's a cheeky little chappy, I think is why I like him.
Constantly asking if we've got everything we need, fetching it for us if we need them. Everyone laughs at me because my main thing when Jake's in is, Jake!
He gets me whatever I want, so if I need anything from the library, he goes, gets me it, we rummage through the boxes together, we make sure that I've got everything I need. And he always does it with a smile.
Our craft experts come from all over the UK to HQ up in the northeast, and here they are telling you a little bit about where they're from and what it's famous for.
So I'm from a beautiful town called Carnoustie. So many people may recognise the town as a golfing town, famous golfing town. We get lots of big golfing events. I can't say that I'm a golfer myself, but we do get a lot of the celebs, golfers, musicians, actors, all of these turning up at the town. For those that aren't into golfing, what I would tend to say is it's sandwiched in between Arbroath and Dundee, so we are quite far up. I love my town. I love where I am now. However, I will say one of the main things that I miss about my hometown, apart from my family and friends, of course, have to say that, otherwise they're going to watch this and be like, where's our mention? It is, of course, the beach. We're right on the River Tay. We've got the gorgeous beach, the sand and the sea. It's absolutely beautiful. It's the one thing that I always make a beeline for as soon as I arrive back home for a little visit.
I was brought up in Colnbrick, which is a little village near Slough, so it's not very exciting, but we do have the third oldest pub in the whole of the UK there, and it's where the Cox's Pippin apple was first invented or first discovered. But I moved to Chiswick in West London about 25 years ago, and I've lived there ever since, and I love it. It's full of, I wouldn't necessarily say celebrities, but TV stars, so it's quite good for celebrity spotting when you're having a cocktail on the high road. Hello, welcome back. I'm going to ask Craig next time I see him if he'll read me a bedtime story and I can record it, because I love listening to Craig's voice. It's just so nice. There have been a few celebrities that have done that on CBeebies, and I think Craig should do that. I think we'd all like that. So if you'd like that idea, message in and I'll put that to Craig. And I'll just say, look, everyone wants you to tell them a bedtime story. Yeah, story time. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Little, over there, little fire going.
Oh, he'd love it.
Yeah.
He'd absolutely love it, wouldn't he?
Maybe he could read, the Christmas night. It was the night before Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. We'll have to put that. So
Yeah.
I'd say he'd love that. I know he would.
I'll message him in a minute.
He'd be well on
Unless
it.
you're watching, Craig, message him. We do have some other deals here. So this is another one of these great items that we've got. We've got a bundle here, £20, $20. With your 20 bonus points as well. This contains the embossing folder and the stencils that we used on the gnome selection. So this, you've seen lots of demonstrations with this earlier today. Really, really good item. The next one we've got in this collection is your garden gateway from Secret Garden. So this is a cut and emboss folder. So you get your little door that comes out, which I think is really lovely. Now I thought this would be great if you were going to be giving someone for Christmas a nice edition of the Secret Garden book. You can put it in a box and put this on the top of the box. Be something quite nice.
Or
to
I
do.
was thinking it would be nice as well to have. I know when my kiddies were little, I don't know about yours, Becky, we used to send photos at Christmas.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have a little photo behind the door, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Yeah, just as a nice little surprise.
Absolutely, that sounds like a good idea. The next one we've got is one of our favourites, isn't it? This
I
is
like
the Hummingbird
this one,
collection. This is the tropical tags. So you've got those beautiful tags, but we've also got all of those dies to create the different foliage in there, which I think is really lovely. The shapes of these are absolutely gorgeous. Next one we've got here is your Be Beautiful. This is your die here that we've got with all that honeycomb as well as the bees. And then finally we've got this fabulous friend die and stamp set, which is from the Sunflower collection. All of these, £20, $20, 20 bonus points, or £16, $16. Definitely. We just have so many good deals.
I know. I love those £20, 20
Yeah,
bonus
me
point
too.
ones. I'd definitely be on those. I don't know how the stock levels are going, but yes, I think it's great. So again, we're going to bring it back to those builder borders now. So this is a system whereby you've got 3 separate elements in each set, and it's sort of giving you options on how you put these onto your card. So do you want that straight edge along a card or on a scrapbook page, or whatever your project may be? It may be a home decor project. Do you want that lovely curved border? Go the right way, Jan, that way, that's it. And then you've got the wavy one, okay? So the first one here is Eastern Trellis, and just to give you a little example again of what that looks like, mate, we've just combined that with one of our sentiment dies there, and you've got that lovely wavy border across the bottom there. And then the next one in the set is the Delicate Hearts. So again, just done in that lovely silver card there, and you can see across the bottom, you've got that lovely heart feature. So same idea, same concept, and again, just look at that in the red. You know, Christmas will be done, and all of a sudden, before we know it, it's going to be Valentine's Day, isn't it? I think that's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful with the red mirror card there. And then the last one is your Moroccan trellis. So again, same concept, you've got the same 3 elements there. And again, just to give you a little idea of how you can incorporate it, we've actually cut it into the back of the card there. Just to show that against my jumper, you'll be able to see a bit better. And then we've also, so this is just the edge. All right, so you get the edge piece that cuts separately, and then you've got the dice. If you cut them both together, you're going to get it look like this. If you cut them separately, we've actually got the straight edge on this one, but we've used the decorative edges to make it look like a triple. So you've got a little bit of play in there as to how they work, which is why they're called builder border, and that's where your 24 different elements comes from. Okay, because you've technically got 2, 4, 6 dies in each. No, yeah, 6 dies in each one, haven't you? Yeah. Okay, so absolutely a bargain again today. We've got some brilliant prices on for you. Platinum price on that one is only £16 or $20. Okay, so if you're buying this one on its own and you're a platinum member, you might need to just pop something else in your basket to get that free gift.
Yes, absolutely. And you do want to make sure you get your free gift.
You do.
Christine said, thank you so much for explaining about the classiques and the tri-blends. It was a brilliant description, and it makes perfect sense for me now. Chrissy says, I bought the stamp cleaning station, which should have included the solution, which was out of stock. I've got the cleaning pad, but what do I use in place of the solution?
I'm not sure I can actually answer that one, Becky. I haven't actually had a play with the new stamping cleaning mats yet. I've seen them demonstrated. I would imagine if the cleaning solution was out of stock that it will be sent as soon as it comes in stock. I'm not quite sure what it is that is the cleaning solution, and what I don't want to happen is suggest something for you to use and it end up damaging the actual elements in your and then you know you've got no comeback if you've put something on it that isn't the proper stuff. So I think in this circumstance it's just been a little bit patient until that actual solution comes. It should have been part of your kit. I would assume that as soon as it comes into stock, the warehouse will then send those and forward them on. If not, just give our customer services line a little ring and the girls there will help you out with whatever questions you've got.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for that. We also have some of these image sentiment dies. These are really, really pretty. So you've got a few different ones here. This first one is If Friends Were Flowers, which I think the rest of it is If Friends Were Flowers, I'd Pick You, or something like that. This one is A Thank You for Everything. So you're going to be getting the dies here, they cut out the edge as well as the all the sort of sentiments and the intricacies actually in the middle as well. This next one is It's Time to Celebrate with Lots of Cake. Wake up, Becky, it's time to eat cake, which would be my sentiment. Count your blessings. And this one works for all different times of the year. So obviously a harvest time, Thanksgiving is obviously a sort of a key moment, but actually looking at that imagery, you can make that work for winter in some kind of like frosty colours as well. This next one is Faith, Hope and Love. And then finally we have Your Friendship Means the World to Me. So you've got 12 dies in total, £20 or $26. Platinum price is £16 or $20.80. And Jan, you've got some samples of these.
I have, yes. I just found these under my my little shelf down here, and I thought it'd be nice. I think it's always nice to see them in action, isn't it? Because we show you the board so that you can see the clarity of the dies and what they look like just as a silhouette. But just popping them into action, you know, whatever colourways you use. So you've got Count Your Blessings there. We've got Your Friendship Means the World to Me. So again, that's a really nice size again, these, for actually being the statement piece on your card. It's Time to Celebrate with cake, of course. Okay. Faith, Hope and Love. Really nice one there. And again, just a little bit of colouring into that detail around the side. I like this one. If Friends Were Flowers, I'd Pick You. Absolutely gorgeous. And then that last one there, this has just got a pop-out element in, really nicely done. All right, so thank you. Where we got? Thank you for everything you do. Absolutely beautiful. So just give you a little bit of an idea of what they look like made up. Just one sample of each one. There's lots of different ways you can use them, maybe in conjunction with that gorgeous glitter card that we got on the show.
Yeah, we've got plenty of nice items on here. Thank you very much, Jan. It's been, I always learn so much when you're here. Because there's all people send in questions, and there are no stupid questions, are there? You know,
there is never ever, no, and I think that's what our customers are beginning to realise, that they can ask a question and be confident that we're not going to think it's silly. We all started somewhere. I did. It was a long time ago. I struggle to remember when I started now, but we all started at the beginning. We've all found our way, following different paths, whether you've followed a favourite sort of personality, whether you've had some kind of tutorage in classes, whether I just made my own way there and made plenty of mistakes along the way and learnt from them. So yeah, there's lots of different ways of learning, but there is never anything as simple as a silly question. Don't be afraid to ask. And like you've seen today, we can necessarily answer it, but sometimes we can show you as well. And that's the beauty, I think, of having our Crafters TV family. We can answer a question, we can show you something as well.
Absolutely.
Works beautifully.
That's absolutely true, definitely. And when are you next in?
I'm back again next Wednesday, believe it or not. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of me at the moment. I know I often get a lot of people like, well, when are you back, Jan? We've missed you, but yeah, you're going to be fed up of me by the end of December. What have I got next week, Johnny? Oh, of course, yes. I've got a box in the green room to take home with me. Yes, so we've got a masterclass with animal projects. We've got those illustrated animals on there. We have got some animal stamps on there. So again, I'll see if I can come up with a nice range of projects again for you. My challenge for myself this week is to try and use some different colouring mediums for you instead of reaching for my alcohol pens all the time.
Or different colours. You're not allowed to use pink or blue.
No pinks or blues. And I'm going to see if I can incorporate possibly some of of the watercolour pens or possibly some of the colour blend pencils or something like that in there as well. So that's my challenge. As if I don't have enough to do, you know, let's challenge Jan to do something different.
Sounds like a TV show. Challenge
Absolutely
Jan.
loved it. Challenge Jan. I set myself up, don't I?
I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm on the other side, but I'm here. Corinne's going to be here, and Michelle's going to be here. We've got Softer Side. We've got Wake Up Call Together. Then I'm going home, and then I'm going to be here on Saturday and Sunday. You've got too much of Becky this weekend, unfortunately. I'm really sorry. I do apologise in advance. But I hope you have a lovely evening. Make sure you check out your baskets. Do look at those deals. And remember to put your free gift in there. There'll be a new free gift or some kind of deal that we're going to be giving you tomorrow for the 12 days of Craftmas. And have a lovely evening, and I will see you tomorrow.